Just got another question.
Yeah.
Big shot. So in relation to setting up automation within your business, I know, like myself, you sort of get to that point where you're like, I mean, I look at that flow chart you built there and I thought, oh, wow, ideally, yeah, great. But like, you've only got so many hours in a day to do it. Like, where do you sort of start? You know, I mean, obviously, do you find a task that's taking up a lot of your time and then one by one build an automation sequence around that?
In an ideal world, you start with the things that you're already doing.
Yeah.
And then you start improving the things and doing the things that you should be doing.
Because they're ever evolving as well, aren't they? I mean, it's like you sort of think, well, okay, I'll build an automation sequence of this, and then I find like a month later, I'm like, I need to add more automation into this sequence. And then you feel like you're spending your entire day just in active campaign building out sequences.
One of the automations that we put in place recently, or a couple of months ago now for a particular client, was one that was doing the follow-ups for sales calls. So they were getting on a sales call and people were excited, but they said that they needed time to think, or they needed time to, speak to their partner. And this was on a $10,000 sale. So what we implemented for them was a follow-up process. And it wasn't something that they were doing already, but it was something that could improve something that they were already doing. And what this follow-up process did was just kept tabs on the person, reminded them, okay, you were on a sales call. And Matt, we chatted about this particular product. You said you were interested and we arranged discount. That discount was open for 7 days. That window was closing slowly. And it would send them a couple of reminders over that post-sale, period to actually take action. And it wasn't
through email?
Just through email and SMS. So the process was on day one, it was all set up in Infusionsoft. The first email would be, Matt, thanks for your time on the phone. I'm going to, introduce you to Jane. Jane's our admin manager. Jane, when you call up on this particular number to book in, Jane will be the person that takes your payment. So let me pass you over to her and make sure that she knows about the discount. 30 minutes later, Infusionsoft would send an email from Jane. Hey Matt, it's Jane here. Brent's just let me know about the discount that he's arranged for you. I wanted to let you know to make sure that if you don't get me on the phone, to make sure that you mention it to whoever you get through to. And that means that we won't accidentally process it at the wrong price. A couple of days later, Jane sends another email saying, Matt, it's been a couple of days. I haven't heard from you. I just wanted to make sure that you're on track with this. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to help you out. Otherwise, the number is blah. Follows up again more frequently as time gets closer to the deadline. And then at the end sends an SMS, with a couple of hours to spare before the discount actually expires. What that did was significantly increase sales. And by increasing sales, they were able to take pressure off the actual need to have a lot more sales calls because they were making a higher number of sales with a fewer number of sales calls. So that is an automation. It's not actually doing something that you're already doing, but it was able to increase the effectiveness of something that you're already doing. And as a result of that, it was able to free up time in this particular person's business where they didn't need to do the same level of work to get the same outcome.